Opposed likewise. Motion carries. All right. Now, if you want to give us the order of things,
I think the first item would be to
what I have here.
proclamation.
Sherelle, we've worked together a bunch of years.
7.5.
And
Yeah, I
then
wish y'all come in.
I had to work with your brother and your sister.
If you know them, that is now. Before we leave, I'm gonna take a couple of, or about 4 pictures maybe.
How you doing?
Yes. When you take some, make sure you get the sign behind us in it, please.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
I
tele,
stand up this over here?
no.
Turn around the,
I'm getting ready to, and then I'm back.
Yeah, keep on going.
Yeah, smile.
I'll take pictures while you're doing it.
Okay. You take pictures while we're going.
Okay.
You're not done? Oh, okay. You don't like pictures? You know I don't.
All right. It's a proclamation. Whereas Sherelle Booker, daughter of the late Clemson Cleo Booker and Odessa Melissa Booker, a native of Polk County and Tryon in Polk County, North Carolina, has served from 2017 through November 2024 as a member of the Board of Commissioners of Town of Tryon. And whereas Sherelle Booker is a licensed North Carolina realtor living and working in the town of Tryon, is a representative on the East Side Citizens Advisory Committee, is a former member of the Board of Directors of the Tryon History Museum, and is an active member of the St. Luke's Christian Methodist Episcopal Church in Tryon. And whereas Sherelle Booker works in broadcasting for WGGS TV in Greenville, South Carolina, serving as its internal one-woman legal and human resources departments, as well as a television host and award-winning producer, and for WNCW 88.7 FM public radio as a morning radio personality. And whereas Sherelle Booker was one of 8 women from across the USA featured for Women's History Month 2021 in the article, Women in Local Government, Paving the Way, Breaking Barriers, and Leading Differently. And Booker has stated that she feels that it is important to give back to society through service, but it is paramount to serve by volunteering with your time, gifts, and talents. And whereas in 2022, Sherelle Booker ran for the U.S. Senate Democratic primary, and in 2024 ran for the governor of the state of North Carolina in the Democratic primary, the first woman of color ever to do so, with the ultimate goal to encourage more women to run for local, state, and national elected office. And whereas Sherelle Booker has been an active member of the National League of Cities, the NLC, an American advocacy organization that represents the country's 19,495 cities, towns, and villages, along with 49 state municipal leagues considered part of the Big 7 group of nonpartisan, nonprofit organizations whose members include federal, state, and local government officials. Serving in 2021, working with the NLC's Transportation and Infrastructure Services Committee, advocating for the town of Tryon's water and sewer infrastructure issues as ready to rebuild projects presented to U.S. Congress under the Biden-Harris administration, then serving in 2022 on the NLC Board of Directors, and also in 2022, serving as the chair of the NLC's Information Technology and Communications Committee, the only North Carolinian on the ITC, where she continued the NLC's federal advocacy to keep Congress and the federal agencies focused on issues that impact municipalities. And whereas Sherelle Booker was a leader within the NLC's Women in Municipal Government, a caucus within the league, serving in 2021 as second vice president, in 2022, first vice president, and in 2023 as president of the Women in Municipal Government. And during her presidency in the summer of 2023, organized a national WIMG conference in Charlotte, NC that included mayors, city council members, a congresswoman, a U.S. Marshal, a lieutenant governor, a state executive director, League of Women chairs, business women, county managers, a college president, and town managers from across the U.S. And whereas Sherelle Booker participated in the 2022 White House's virtual tour of rural and small communities that included discussions with more than 30 rural communities across the country to highlight opportunities in the bipartisan infrastructure law for small and rural communities. And whereas Sherelle Booker was invited by the U.S. State Department to attend the first ever City Summits of the Americas, held April 26th through 28th, 2023 in Denver, Colorado. An international planning meeting that included representatives from 35 different countries in North and South America. The meeting she was very pleased to attend. Whereas Sherelle Booker in 2023 served on the National Conference of Citizenship on NCOC, which initiated a new program called Democracy Innovations Better Public Meetings, led by the Center for Democracy Innovation and supported by the American Arbitration Association International Center for Dispute Resolution Foundation, with the program helping communities take stock of the local contacts, gauge citizens' attitudes, and adopt better civil discourse practices in public meetings. And whereas Sherelle Booker in 2020 was nominated by the North Carolina governor and appointed by the director of the Selective Service System on behalf of the President of the United States to a 20-year term on the Selective Service System Local Board for Region 2, a role closely connected with the nation's defense. And whereas Sherelle Booker was appointed to the Town of Crime Board of Commissioners 20 June 2017 to fill an unexpired term, then won the election from the seat November 5th, 2017, the first woman of color to be elected to the Town Board of Commissioners since the incorporation of the town in 1885, and the first woman to serve as mayor pro tem in Polk County since the county's incorporation in 1855, serving as Tron Mayor Pro Tem from 2019 through 2024. And now, therefore be it resolved that I, J. Allen Peoples, Mayor of the Town of Tron, North Carolina, take great pride in proclaiming that the Town of Tron honors and thanks Sherelle Booker for her considerable service to the Town of Tron, its people, and its governing body, and wishes her the very best in her future endeavors in both business and government. Signed on my signature in Town Hall, North Carolina, Tron, 3rd day of December 2024.
Right here. I'll get a couple more back to sign with my mom and pass it.
Okay, y'all give us a couple of
Guys. Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
Just a little bit there. There you go.
One more bit. Okay.
You got it?
Thank you. She just
last meal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Y'all have a good meeting. Before it gets dark, Mom.
Okay.
Next step would be having the mayor sworn in, so you can run the rest of the meeting. Right now, we're without a mayor.
You mean it's still me?
Share the acting mayor for 5 minutes.
I state your name,
I, J. Allen Peoples,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States,
and the laws of the United States,
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers
and to the constitutional powers
and authorities
and authorities
which are or may be
which are or may be
established for the government thereof,
established for the government thereof,
that I will endeavor to support,
that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend
maintain, and defend
the Constitution and laws of said state,
the Constitution and laws of said state,
not inconsistent with
not inconsistent with
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office as mayor
the duties of my office as mayor
for the town of Tryon.
for the town of Tryon.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. Last time I did that, I had a military uniform.
I guess the next one would be Skip Crow.
Skip?
Yeah.
I state your name.
I, Skip Crow,
Do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and laws of the United States,
and laws of the United States,
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers
and to the constitutional powers
and authorities
and authorities
which are or may be
which are or may be
established for the government thereof,
established of the government thereof,
that I will endeavor to support,
that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend
maintain, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of said state,
and laws of said state,
not inconsistent with
not inconsistent with
the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
and that I will faithfully discharge
And I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office as Commissioner
the duties of my office as Commissioner
for the town of Tryon.
for the town of Tryon.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Julie, you want to-
I state your name.
I, Juliana Bagus,
Do solemnly and sincerely affirm
do solemnly and sincerely affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States,
and laws of the United States,
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers
and to the constitutional powers
and authorities
and authorities
which are or may be
which are or may be
established for the government thereof,
established for the government thereof,
that I will endeavor to support,
that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend
maintain, and defend
the Constitution and laws of said state,
the Constitution and laws of said state,
not inconsistent with
not inconsistent with
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office as Commissioner
the duties of my office as Commissioner
for the town of Tryon.
for the town of Tryon.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
I state your name.
I, Tracy Greenway Morris,
Do solemnly and sincerely affirm
do solemnly and sincerely affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States,
and laws of the United States,
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers
and to the constitutional powers
and authorities
and authorities
which are or may be
which are or may be
established for the government thereof,
established for the government thereof,
that I will endeavor to support,
that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend
maintain, and defend
the Constitution and laws of said state,
the Constitution and laws of said state,
not inconsistent with
not inconsistent with
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and abilities,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office as Commissioner
the duties of my office as Commissioner
for the town of Tryon.
for the town of Tryon.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Let's get a class photo here. Serious or happy?
Okay, we've got an item that I'm gonna give to Jim in just a minute. In the past, we have had some committees and advisory committees from the public that work pretty well.
Mayor, before you get to that, you have a couple items before that.
Okay?
You had election of mayor pro tem.
Yes, you're correct. Historically, the mayor pro tem has been the high vote getter each year. We've only ever wavered from that once that I know of. So the floor is open for nominations for mayor pro tem.
I make a motion that we put Skip Crow as mayor pro tem.
Okay.
He is high vote getting.
Any other nominees? Okay, close the nominations. Chair will entertain a motion. You've already made
Make a
it.
motion.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now I can get a break. Okay, anything else, Jim?
An item C, that's a resolution to authorize signers on all these checks and disbursements in the town. The state requires 2 signatures, one from elected officials and one from the management. So we added Tim Daniels a couple months ago, allow him to sign checks when I'm on vacation and so forth. So each check would be signed by the mayor or the mayor pro tem, or the town manager, or the planning director. So this action will vote on authorize the mayor pro tem to be the second signature on the elected side of all these disbursements.
Okay, clarification. Bills come in, somebody opens them, they're shown to the manager approves it, it then goes to the person who writes the check. That person cannot cash the check. I can't write a check, he can't write a check, and he can't write a check, nor can the rest of us. So it's pretty clear that you've got a separation there. And then once it's approved by him, he goes back, the check is written, and then 2 of us have to sign it before it can be cashed. So that's it in a nutshell. it works pretty well. So, motion to approve the recommendation.
I make a motion to approve.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, likewise, motion carries. Congratulations, it sounds like what? Thank you.
Item D is an item I'd like to add tonight.
Yes,
Is, I think it's fitting with new commissioners coming on board this evening. Two other areas I think need a lot of attention, which has been getting from the management since I've been here the last year and a half. One is the finance. The town has been on the unit assistant letter for several years now. And you know, how the town would get on that list in the first place. One was, late on the audit reports, but that wasn't the major one. The major thing was that expenditures were made over budget. And a lot of times the managers haven't been strong in finance. It's a requirement of the manager to check the budgets. And so for the last year and a half, last two budget years, we've had 0 budget violations on that. The town also got written up for spending money on 2 budgets without a budget. In other words, and that's been fixed. We have no violation on that. This year, the audit report, we're supposed to have it done by December 2nd. I sent a letter out to everybody today. I'm asked for a time extension. If it's granted, then we'll be doing an audit report on time for the first time in several years. And that audit report will be presented to the new council at your meeting on December 17th. And also too, I feel that if the council members are engaged with the management team, we're gonna have better decisions. And so a lot of times too, you might say, what's the status of the audit report? Well, the finance committee is going to be plugged in and so forth, and know exactly where we're at. And then also get a better understanding of what our controls are. But the town is in good shape, but I think it sends a good signal to the local government commission that the town board has a finance committee, and they're aware of things, and they want things done right, and we can communicate that back to the local government commission. The second committee is Public Works and Utilities. And you've read in the papers and so forth that the town has aging infrastructure. We have a lot of sewer system overflows. The good news, we've had some grant money come in, 5.6 million for the Braywick sewer, and money from the state legislature on Hidden Hill and Oak Street and Mark and Grady. Then we had the $600,000 loan and no interest for Braywick. And the Braywick job is going to be finished by mid-January. It's on the home stretch right now. But I think it's important, if the council's engaged, to be part of the status of all the construction projects and the planning for water and sewer. And I think there again, working with our consultant engineering team, the council will be more up to speed where we stand on it. These two committees were in place 20 years ago, and somehow over the years, they got displaced. But I think they're very important. And so I'm asking you for support of the two committees tonight. Also, the second sheet I gave the council, not for action tonight, the next meeting, is we have 10 committees in the town. And my recommendation is to have at least one member of the council on each committee with an alternate. And then as we meet from time to time, whether it's the Parks Committee, Harmon Field, Public Works and so forth, that you'll be engaged. And I think one of the things that can help the manager out is, like Tracy, if you're asked a question, what's the status of the audit report? And somebody asks you that downtown, you have the answer. It makes us all look good. We say, I don't know, I got to talk to the manager. But I think as we turn the corner and move forward, there's so much this town has opportunities on. And you've got some great staff that work here at the town. I've been here for several years. And we've tapped people that retire like myself to come back. But I think there's some great opportunity, and I think the committees will make the town move faster. In summary is that if all these committees are moving like separate trains, they're going to get recommendations to the council. And you'll know at least one or two council members have had more detailed interest in that particular project or whatever, and they can make a recommendation to the council. The committees can't bind the town, the council is upon the decision. The committees just provide a little more staff work and work with our consultant teams on each and every project. But, so tonight strictly the finance, public works approving those two. And then next meeting, you have an opportunity, I thought, rank the committees from 1 to 10, which you want to be on. Because what I've learned in my life is, if you're on a committee, you don't want to be there. You really want people that really want to be on it. Like if you're pro Salute a Great Trail, and you want to be on it, you should be on it. But if you don't, if it's not a top priority, you could be on something else. But I think there's something for everything. But if you rank it 1 through 10, then those sheets get turned back to the mayor. Then he can come back and have some appointments to make the next meeting, 2 members to each of the committees. One is a primary, one is an alternate. But do you have any questions of staff about the committee makeup and so forth?
Thank you, Jay.
Like it's just a motion if you want to approve the 2 new committees, finance and public works.
Carol, entertain a motion. All in favor, aye. Opposed, likewise, motion carries. Anything else?
That's it.
We? Okay. Tell you one of the reasons I support this, we had this pretty much confused here before. We had a lot of input from people who knew what went on. I can give you the best example. We had a letter in the paper, I think it was 2 years ago, mad because we had paved the road across from the funeral home. The person didn't bother to ask anybody. That's not our road, that belongs to the state, that's why it was paved. But we took a hit for it because it said we wasted money there and we could have done something downtown. So those are things I think it would help. It's amazing sometimes when you realize just how small a town is and what we control. So that being said, the chair's going to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
All in favor, aye? All likewise? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.